Guys, I want to talk about adding other products to a sale, especially like if you're selling a Medicare Advantage plan and trying to add maybe a hospital indemnity, cancer plan, any other product that may help fill in some gaps of somewhere where an Advantage plan may not cover or may not cover completely. So how do you do that? And, how can it affect your sales and your production? Well, your production, you can almost double your production with still making the same calls or answering the same calls that you're doing now, just by adding a few questions in or presenting, other products. But keep in mind, if you do not have this set in place on your call, you're not going to sell it because you're not asking for it, or you're not even making it available. So it's not going to happen. I tell agents all the time, they don't even know you offer that because you didn't even talk about it. What if they want that coverage? You're kind of doing a disservice to them. They can tell you no, they don't need it, or they can, turn it down or talk to me later about it, whatever. But they can't tell you yes unless you actually present it to them. So make it available. One easy way that I like to make it available is when I'm going over benefits, especially with an Advantage plan. I might go through and talk about the doctor or co-pays. I'm going to talk about prescriptions. I'm going to cover all the benefits that the Advantage plan covers. And you're going to get down to that hospital plan, right, hospital part of it, where it's talking about, the daily coverage of how much it covers daily. So, you may have to pay out $300 a day, days 1 through 7 on the plan, or every plan is a little different. Well, that's exposure that they have to pay out. And when I'm going through the list of the things that, are covered or not covered on the Advantage plan, when I get to that part, it's a reminder to me, okay, now, Mr. Jones, this here was one of the biggest exposures you have on the Advantage plan, or the most costly as far as copay, $300 copay at the hospital. But in a few minutes, I do have something that may can help with that. And I'll go over that with you later because I'm covering, this coverage with your Advantage plan now. I just want to let you know it is available. So I'm throwing that out there to let them know I'm going to talk to them in a little bit about what's available to help cover that. I've already covered it. So I'm going to go down and finish talking about my benefits after I help them with the Advantage plan and get it completely done. And I'll say, now, earlier, you remember when we were talking about this hospital copay? So I want to show you a way where we can help eliminate that, where you don't have to worry when you go in the hospital about paying that $300 per day, days 1 through 7, or whatever it may be. And then I'm going to pull up my hospital indemnity plan, whichever plan I'm helping with. I'm going to look at benefits that's going to cover what the exposure is. If it's $300 a day, that's what I'm going to put in, $300 a day, days 1 through 7. How much is that? It may come out to be $20-something a month, maybe 30. Just depending on their age. Ms. Jones, I can get you this coverage. It's going to cover you where if you go into the hospital, you're not going to have this copay and this exposure, and it's going to be $26 a month to give you that peace of mind. And I can help you get that today, and it'll go in effect, next month, and that way that's taken care of too. So we'll go ahead and help you with that and get it taken care of. So, but if I didn't mention that through my presentation, and then I throw it out there at the end, a lot of times it's just not taken in as well because, here goes something else we're about to talk about, so, or even worse, not mention it at all, okay? I got an Advantage plan, I'm going to the next call now. Let me see if I can work 10 times harder. So it's another product that you add on your belt right there while you're talking with them. You help them more to close the gaps of the exposure they have. And your production at the end of the month and the end of the year could be almost double from just doing this on every single phone call. Put it in there where you repeat it every single time, just like every time when you answer the phone, how you doing today? Make that part of your how you doing today. Everything in your presentation, make it where you're doing it on every single call. Just like with life insurance you're helping with or anything else, asking for referrals and continuing to do that pyramid of referrals. Whatever it is, make sure you repeat it over and over, and then it's going to be just like checking your email. You know to do it every single time. You're going to do it. So I hope this helps build your production up. I hope you can throw it in there that way. And if you need any more guidance on that, reach out to us, Jamie at insurancesolutions.group. If you will, please like this, subscribe to my page, and hopefully some of this information will help you guys. Thank you. Good luck.